Okay, I'm going to attempt to do a quick summary of how I converted my old 1950s low voltage lighting system into a modern IoT driven home automation system. This is for other people who may own the same kind of system to give them an idea of what options are available and what those costs are like. So first, these are the kind of switches that I have. These are Sierra switches. They're still momentary. You may have push button switches if you have like a touch plate or a Remcon system, but the principles are pretty much the same. The original system had a 24 volt step down transformer. My system was AC, but a lot of systems like the old touch plate systems are already DC, and you could reuse those transformers. As a matter of fact, in a lot of setups, like one that prompted this video, you would actually want to continue using the same one so that you could keep any lighted switches that you have. Now, that being said, you can simply buy some momentary non-latching relays that are rated at 24 volts for the control, and then use the controlled or the switched side with like a Shelly i4 input device, and then you can do all kinds of automation from there with MQTT or your own API through HTTP, or you can even just set up triggers in their own software that they have. They also have a cloud service if you like that sort of thing. I personally do everything cloudless. I don't rely on any third-party servers or services for what I do. That's one of the reasons why I go with MQTT. That and the reliability factor, because I have a lot of sensors. But anyway, so this is what this looks like. It's looks scarier than it is. Like many of these are the original relay boxes. Mine were conveniently in the basement. These are the Shelly 2 relays that I use for some, and then you can see dangling here, seemingly dangerously, but not really. Oh, and there goes my light. You can see the Shelly 1 PMs. And then over here, what I've done is I've taken all of the inputs coming from the switches throughout the house, and I've just put them in these terminal blocks for a little bit of easier wiring. I've done a lot of experimentation and playing over here. That's one of the reasons why this looks like this. Eventually I'm going to put this all into a nice neat enclosure, make it all safe and happy looking, but because I do a lot of work on it, I just haven't bothered. These are the actual relays that I use to do the switching, and all of mine I've just gone with the up position to toggle. So when I hit the switch, it turns it off if it's on and off if on if it's off. The reason that I did that is because I actually want to use the other wire as a 5-volt power supply for all of my Raspberry Pis eventually. So I'm just going to use that to have a distributed 5-volt system, and I'll do that with a buck converter. It'll actually still be a 12-volt system, which is what mine runs on now, but I'll use buck converters to step it down for the Raspberry Pis. And then over here, you'll see dangling here are the Shelly i4s. Each of these can accept 4 of these relays. And then I can do things like double presses, single presses, long presses, short presses. There's all kinds of different things you can do. And if you have, a plate like this, you could probably make combinations of the things like I did with the remotes. If you haven't seen that video, go check that video out on the YouTube channel. And well, that's about it. So, quite simply, I hit the switch over here, and it lights up a relay over here, as you can see. And that obviously turns on my garage lights. So, and then I hit it again, and it turns them back off. So, easy peasy. I hope that helps. I know that was short. I don't know if this is... I don't know where I'll post this, but I hope this helps.